What if I told you it's not actually 2025, but the year is actually 1728, and the time period that we were taught in school known as the Dark Ages were just completely invented out of nowhere by the powers that be to control the chronology of time? Sounds pretty insane, but history is just a construction built on record keeping, and record keeping is fallible. This is the phantom time hypothesis, the idea that we right now are actually living in the 1700s and the Dark Ages never existed at all. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified whenever we post new videos. So what is the phantom time hypothesis? What is the claim? The theory was first put forward in 1991 by Herbert Illig, a German publisher and amateur historian. He expanded on it in books like The Invented Middle Ages in 1996. Others like Hans Ulrich Nimitz and Anatoly Fomenko have promoted similar ideas about lost or fabricated centuries in history. At its core, the hypothesis alleges a conspiracy orchestrated by Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and possibly Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII. Emperor Otto wanted to crown himself king on the year 1000, exactly 1 millennia after Christ, to claim divine legitimacy and kickstart a new Christian era. So they added 297 phantom years, fabricating events, kings, and even Charlemagne to fill this gap. The Dark Ages, as taught in school, a big part of this time period is claimed to be entirely made up. These historians propose that miscalculations throws that number off by over 300 years, and we're actually living in the 1700s. So, is there any actual evidence of this claim? Proponents of this theory point to a perceived lack of archaeological artifacts and reliable documents from 614 to 911 AD, suggesting the era was too sparse to be real. Discrepancies in dating methods, such as the Gregorian calendar reform of 1582, they also question the reliability of radiocarbon dating and dendrochronology of this period, which is the testing of tree rings. Alternative historians who believe this theory propose that the historical figure Charlemagne never actually existed and was completely made up. Historians actually admit no original documents from his lifetime survived, only later copies. His empire supposedly stretched from Spain all the way to Poland, yet no roads, no coins, no inscriptions matching his name until many decades later. In 2010, a German archaeologist quietly noted something strange. Carbon dating of mortar and timber in Charlemagne's chapel gave inconsistent results, some dating to the 11th century, not the 8th. What if that's not an error, but actual evidence? Moving to the ground, literally, archaeology should bury this theory completely, but it actually supports it. From 614 to 911 AD, there's a shocking void in the evidence. Excavations across Europe yield almost nothing. No major settlements, few coins, and zero fossils or human remains reliably dated to those years. And perhaps the most quantifiable evidence lays in the calendar itself. When Pope Gregory XIII reformed the Julian calendar in the year 1582, it skipped only 10 days to realign with the solar year. However, based on the known drift rate, about 1 day per 128 years, a full 1,582 years from Julius Caesar's calendar reform should have accumulated a 13-day discrepancy, not 10, which might not seem like a lot, but over a long period of time, this accounts for 297 phantom years. That's 3 centuries of lost time. while dendrochronology and radiocarbon dating are cited against the phantom timeline theory, but people critique their precision for medieval samples. Margins of error can span centuries, and calibration curves rely on the very timeline in question. If the phantom timeline hypothesis holds up, it doesn't erase history, it just compresses it, explaining why the Dark Ages feel artificially prolonged in textbooks. This theory is absolutely mind-blowing, and I propose that they do new studies and actually go back and redate key artifacts and see if any of this actually holds up. The burden of proof is very high, yes, but science and history relies on challenging the status quo. Think of how Troy was a myth until people started digging to actually find it. So what would you do if you found out that we were actually living in the 1700s? Would you go back to wearing three-piece suits with coat skirts and wigs? Or would you become a pirate and sail the open ocean? Let me know in the comments down below, and what do you think? Are the Dark Ages completely made up and not real? Or are these alternative historians completely full of it, and this is all nonsense? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, drop a like on the video, leave a comment, it helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And remember, if 3 centuries of history can simply vanish, what else in our past is just a story that we were taught to believe? Thanks again, guys, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!